Hello, everybody, to the long awaited Xtreme podcast. It's been a while as I've planned this back in August, and actually, if you go back on my TikTok, I even mentioned that I planned on doing it, but never saw the light of day. Here we are, half a year later, and I got two people here. The first one is someone I met along the way in Dragon Ball podcasting, and actually inspired me to even do this. Up
Hey,
first, up first, we have Dokkan Wen's leader, who is definitely starting to evolve rapidly. Hayden, how you doing, bro?
yeah. I am doing quite good. I was gonna make a dinner, and I actually had chicken nuggets for dinner, and then I forgot my ghost pepper barbecue sauce, and I'm quite upset.
but so yeah, Hayden, he has the Dokkan Wen podcast that you can listen on Spotify, YouTube, and is there anywhere else that you can listen to it to?
No.
No, but I mean, hey, I mean it's on YouTube, which is great. On Spotify, definitely a lot of people listen to it. I'm listening to it. Sometimes I skip a video here and there, mostly based off preference, but I'm slowly
Hmm.
listening to all of them, very slowly. I'm trying to listen to them in order, but then I'll see a video that seems much more interesting, as in talking about LRs. I'm like, yes, LRs are my thing. Up next, we have the one who I originally planned on doing this with back in August. And originally, we were just going to be talking about fighter games. But this came up, and I thought, you know what? Might as well bring him in here. I met him through Dragon Ball, seeing Dragon Ball and his content. And we are going to be talking about fighting games, so I thought let's introduce him back into here. Monolith! How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I am doing great. Tried to speed on a whole bunch of things, so if I'm breathing heavily, that was trying to get a bunch of things done real quick. But I'm doing great. And so Monolith, I met him through TikTok, and not only did I meet him through anime content, but he's also building his own TV show.
What?
And yeah, and it's really cool looking, and it has an art style. The art style is really cool. It's a really cool art style. It looks like that you're reading a book, like you're watching like an animated book, and it's really cool. So,
Oh, I
Monolith,
appreciate that.
where can we find updates and info on your show that you're working on?
Okay, so if you want to know about the series that I'm working on, first things first, the name of the series is The Parables. To find out more info on it, you would want to follow me on TikTok, which is Monolith BrookShadow, and I have a separate YouTube page that I use for specifically just this series, and it's simple name, Monolith Presents The Parables. The first pilot episode is actually already out. If y'all want to check that out, it's already posted.
Yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here. So yeah, these are the two that will be here today for the recording, and today we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Battle Hour. This is absolutely perfect because basically anything that you enjoy is going to have an announcement here, especially Dragon Ball Super Hero. And I think since we all are pretty excited about this movie, I think this is the first thing that we should talk about, and then we'll lead up to the things that one person may know than the other. But we saw the two trailers, and pretty excited, especially with the newest news that Goten and Trunks, not sure about Gotenks, but Goten and Trunks will in fact be in the movie, which is really cool. So, what do y'all think? Well, let's start with first. What do y'all want to see in the movie? I feel like there's be many things that you'll want to see. Like me, I want to see Teen Gotenks, and I want to see Goten and Trunks each have Super Saiyan 3 on their own. But we don't know if that'll happen. Probably won't happen. We may not even see Gotenks. But what do y'all think we will see in the movie? Hayden, we'll start with you.
I mean, honestly, I'm wanting to see a new form for Gohan because obviously we've been seeing a lot of parallels, and Gohan is gonna be the main person of the thing. That has been confirmed. And I could have swore I remember seeing something about yeah, Teen Gotenks is confirmed for the thing. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, so Gotenks is confirmed. I knew Goten and
hmm
Trunks were, but I know. Ooh, okay, that's really cool.
I I could be wrong, but I remember seeing a thing of it. Like one of the trailers had like very brief picture of him, like it was like a still, like it's like a still frame, pretty much.
Ooh. Okay, that's
So
cool.
that'd be that. I as much as I've thought about this, I want Gohan to die in this movie.
Really?
Yes.
So are we talking Dragon Balls later, or no? Like, do you not want him to be revived, or do you want it to
Uh,
be like character building, and then it's like Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, but then it's Pan going Super Saiyan or something like that?
yeah, it's pretty much be Pan going Super Saiyan because it's what I'm going to be seeing. Like basically what we've seen about it, Piccolo, Pan, and Gohan are going to be the three main things of the movie. It's
Mm-hmm.
been if you pay attention to the details, you can tell that you can theorize that Piccolo has been killed because of of Gohan's attire. He's wearing Piccolo's clothes. It's a theory that's out there because he's shown in one little scene and never outside of that.
Hmm.
But like I said, theory. And I want it to be something like that, like Pan and Gohan go to fight this enemy, these androids. I cannot remember the names of them, but but these robots, androids that the Red Ribbon Army has made, and it's going to be almost a very similar to future Gohan and Trunk situation, where Pan's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill him! I'm gonna kill him! Avenge Grandpa Piccolo! Whoo!" And then Gohan's like, "Yeah, let's go fight him. Knock her out." And then he's going to go fight him himself. And right as he's about to die, Pan shows up, and then we're going to basically see the Dragon Ball Z Piccolo protecting Gohan thing standing in the way of an attack. After Gohan dies, Pan then unlocks Super Saiyan and demolishes the robots, the androids.
That actually sounds really cool. I would love to see a Super Saiyan Pan. I would love to see that. So if we get this movie, like Pan will be pretty cool going forward. We'll have a new really cool character.
Oh yeah, like Super Saiyan's got to be a thing because one of the teasers had her standing on a stone pillar with an aura around her, like trying to manifest an aura seemingly. So I think she's trying to learn how to do Super Saiyan, and the whole movie is her trying to learn how to do Super Saiyan, even though she's unable to do it. Because they're not going to be like Universe 6. It's a tingle in your back. They're actually
Yeah,
going to make you learn, and yeah.
that makes sense. Monolith, what do you think we will see? And what do you like? What do you want to see? So basically, just a mix of both. What do you think we'll see, or what do you want to see?
I've got I've got a lot of thoughts on this. Okay, so the first thing I'm happy that we didn't see because it's called superheroes is Great Saiyan Man. I'm happy that's not there. Now he might still do it at some point, but I'm happy that's not like the primary thing of it. Gohan in Piccolo's fit was something that I loved seeing. Now, when I saw Piccolo in the trailer, the first thing that ran through my mind was all the older Dragon Ball Z movies where Piccolo shows up and he's just mopping basically the lower class villains of the movie, just slapping them around. And then the main guy comes and, as per usual, stops Piccolo from his beat down on the other characters. Now, if Piccolo does die, I will definitely be upset. Absolutely. Because Piccolo, in my opinion, after the whole killing of Goku, like way back in the day, he's consistently been dragged. Even if we're talking about how he saved Gohan. Doing fine in that fight up until that point. Rough start, rough finish. Now, what I hope we see, even if Gohan does die, like Hayden said, even if he does die, I don't want him to go out in the easiest way possible. I want him to actually fight, and he looks like he's going to, and it to be a good fight. And if he does die protecting Pan with the whole idea of how Piccolo died protecting him, that would actually be a cool shot. Unfortunately, I don't want them to do with Pan what they did with Gohan. So if she gets powered up and she attacks and she takes these people out, I don't want them to just forget about her, essentially. Like, give her an arc and then, oh, she's gone because it's the Goku show. Don't want that to happen. But I do want to point something out that I noticed the first moment that I saw this trailer. The new androids that they made heavily resemble Cyborg 009. Heavily. It's an older anime. I'm not sure how many people are actually familiar with it, but from their suits to their guns, everything about them. And I think that is fantastic. Just absolutely amazing. That was the coolest thing I noticed within the the trailer, and I mean that, from their suits having the buttons down the sides, the gun in the holster, how they fight, everything about it. Now, mm, I'm kind of conflicted about the whole Pan thing, because I wouldn't mind it. I really wouldn't mind it at all if she was a little bit older and she's actually the one that wins. They've shown younger characters like Gohan, for example, do a lot of powerful things, like when he fought Frieza, when he lost his mind on Namek and just went nuts fighting Frieza. That was the coolest thing ever. Really dope scene, iconic in its own right. But they would have to do a lot in this movie to make Pan's scene match things that he's done and exceed them in the past. So I'm excited about this. I'm trying my hardest not to theorize because I just want to see what happens, and I hope it just blows my mind. That's all from this movie. Just be a great movie, showcase these characters, even if you kill off everybody and this ends super, just be great. That's all I want.
Fair.
Yeah, those are my thoughts on the movie.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, there we go. Whoops. I don't know what happened. My mic was not working for a second. It's been working this whole time, but it's just now not working for a second. But yeah,
Unprofessional.
it was working this whole time. For the 1 second,
Mhm.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, but yeah. Honestly, I feel like in the end, I feel like if the story is written good, it'll be a great movie. Cause like all the Dragon Ball movies have been really good. And, it could be. It looks like it's gonna be aesthetically pleasing. With the and this new art style. I've heard a few people be worried about it. I personally am excited for it. It's if they don't do it, I'm sure they may not do this permanently. I don't think all of the new Dragon Ball Super, whenever we get that, I'm sure it's not gonna be in that art style. But it's cool that
I
we get it
mean,
for a movie. Like
I'd be down for it.
yeah, like it's like
It
it's
would be
not
pretty cool.
exactly like Xenoverse, but like the animation, it reminds me of like a Xenoverse cutscene.
How about I give you a little bit of a change to that? Have either of you two heard of the game Blue Dragon?
Blue Dragon.
Yes.
I have heard of it.
Blue
So,
Dragon. Oh, Monolith.
I'm sorry, that just got me excited. You're talking about the RPG with the shadows, right?
Yep. Do you know who came up with the art style for that?
No, actually, I don't know that.
Toriyama himself.
That makes so much sense. Looking
Oh.
back on it now.
All right, yeah, Danger. Look up Blue Dragon, and listeners out there on this podcast, look up Blue Dragon gameplay or like just cutscenes, because you will look at it, you're going to see the absolute parallel. The reason I'd say I'm fine with this is because Toriyama, who came up with the art design and all the stuff, design of that, has taken at least similar animation from that game, made it more fluid because that game was like 2000 Xbox 360 thing, I think 2011 possibly.
It's an
They've
older game.
that they've upgraded. I've been playing through it on Xbox. I've had a lot of fun with it, but they're going to update it. So I think I'd be perfectly fine with this kind of thing because it's been proven before that the art style that made by Toriyama can work well and work fluid enough. People out there are just more of the complaining of it's not normal. Like whenever they changed One Piece's art style, it wasn't what it originally was. So some people did complain, but after like 2 or 3 episodes, they were like, "Eh, it's okay."
Oh my god, the image I pulled up, it literally just looks like the evil Shenron from GT, the blue dragon.
Oh yeah, that's Nene. That's the evil dragon. No,
Yeah.
no, you're talking about the blue. Actually talking about Blue Dragon. I thought you're talking about
No, I'm talking
the
about
villain's
I'm talking
dragon.
about blue dragon. He looks like the
Yeah,
evil
yeah.
dragon, and then this looks like a fusion of like Beat and Goten or something. Yeah, dude, I love this. I love the art style. And then also, what was the other one? Dragon Quest. Wasn't it also Dragon Quest?
Yeah, I don't think Dragon Quest had stuff to do with it. I knew and Tetsuya Nomura had to do that. I don't know if Akira Toriyama had anything to do
Maybe not
with
Toriyama.
that.
Someone else who worked with Dragon Ball worked on the art style.
I know Akira Toriyama did Chrono Trigger as far as art style is
Yes,
concerned.
I
Nope,
do
he
know
did do
that.
Dragon Quest. He had part of the manga for Dragon Quest.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like the cover art also for some of these. Yeah, so that's really cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
the art style looks good. I'm excited for it, and I think like if we see like CGI fights, that's gonna be really cool. So
Yeah,
yeah,
But
I'm down for that.
yeah.
something that I'm really wanting, which I feel like people would love to see, but nobody's really expecting to happen. I want Piccolo to have like a new sort of technique. He's not really transformations for Piccolo. I don't think we're ever gonna get a transformation for Piccolo, especially not anytime soon. Maybe I don't know, 30 years from now. But I would love to see if Piccolo had some sort of form of technique, something that's new, cool, specifically for his character. Sure, someone may be able to learn it later on, maybe Gohan or Pan, but I would love if he developed like a new ability of some sort. Make Piccolo hype again with something new. I don't want to see like the new things or see a bunch of the old stuff again. I want Piccolo to be hype. I want to see Piccolo do something, and I want everyone to freak out that this is one of the coolest things in the movie.
I think you can do special beam cannon on two special beam cannons on one hand.
Like,
That'd be intense.
dude, that would be so cool.
I'm imagining the Star Trek symbol, and he just does that. You know how he has his two
Yeah,
fingers, and he charges. He's doing the Star Trek, just special beam
yeah. He's
cannons.
doing he's doing special beam cannon. It like zooms in on his hand, and he lifts up his other two fingers, and it starts charging.
And
And then he just has his hand. Then he puts his fingers together and shoots it. It's just like a super special beam cannon of some sort. That would be cool. Again, just something new. Give us something new for
see,
Piccolo.
and that would make sense for Piccolo because he's had a lot of different techniques throughout the years. So yeah, we know about the special beam cannon. Then there was the Masenko. Then there was the Hell Zone grenade. Then there was the light grenade. There's just all these different techniques that Piccolo has used. So it wouldn't be odd for him to just whip out this new one because the dude's pretty much always training, regardless.
Yeah,
That and it's 10 years after. I think it's 10 years after the Broly movie too. So it changes a little bit of the aspects of it. So he'll be training more so, unless he's just gone and become full grandpa. Who knows?
yeah. I feel like here's the thing though. I feel like out of all the characters, well, I do think Piccolo will be more relaxed. I don't think he'll ever like stop training. He'll never be on the level of Gohan of not training. It may be slowed down compared to Z or Super, but I feel like he's still going to be consistently training every now and then. Because meditating
I
is
ha-
also like a form of training he does
mhm.
in the Majin Buu saga, dude. When he was just like sitting there training, and he was meditating, and he was just powering up, and his powers just constantly building, and then lightning was striking out of him. Like that was just cool.
I think it's image training. They didn't do it much in Z, but they did on the way to Planet Namek. Krillin and Gohan were doing that. They were just doing image training with each other.
Yeah. All right. So we've talked about the movie. I really so our expectations are pretty high. Our hopes are higher. But yeah, I'm really excited to see this movie. It's coming out this year. I'm super excited. I'm sure we'll see something new for the like maybe a new character reveal or a new something. But it's gonna be incredible. All right, so we're gonna be shifting a little towards more of Hayden's side. We're gonna be talking about Dokkan Battle here for a little bit. Monolith, you may if you're not aware, Dokkan's coming up on its 7th anniversary,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be getting two LRs. LRs are basically the highest rarity character in the game, and LRs, in most cases, not all cases, there's been a few bad ones. LRs are usually some of the most powerfulest characters in the game, especially anniversary LRs. So with
Oh yeah.
this, so with this new LR, theories are going around that with them showing Goku and Vegeta, people have been speculating this. I believe it was Toonarami that said this. I'm not saying he first said this, but this is where I first heard it from him. Is that we may be getting dual Goku and Vegeta units that fuse into Gogeta. So one will be a dual blue Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta, and the other being a dual Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And if this happens, not only will the game be absolutely hyped for the anniversary, but these will be two of the strongest units in the game because one, they're brand new units. Two, they'll have a bunch of categories to be on. And three, will make them even more broken as if they have the time limit category lead and not fusion category. Which time limit also, if you don't know what it is, it includes both fusions and Potara fusions. So the time limit category is what they're all on.
Right.
So, Hayden, What do you think these unit? Do you agree that these units will be those, or what do you think they may be instead?
If you pay attention to the game itself, and for some out there, I may be talking a foreign language. Probably Monolith could agree come the end of this. So Monolith, I apologize if I sound like I'm speaking French. But personally, I do think we're going to be getting Blue Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. I am kind of disappointed. Would be disappointed if that is actually the route they go, though. As much as I like the characters, as much as I like it, do not want the same unit celebration, technical same unit celebration, because just because of the route they've always gone, they'll be. I know they're seemingly trying to do new stuff. That's why last year, though it was Goku and Vegeta, it was UI and Evolution. I want them to kind of stick to their more or less normal roots. Like it's always been Danger. I can't remember how long you've been playing, but it's always been Fusion Super Saiyan 4s, Fusion Super Saiyan 4s for as long as the eye can be until
Right.
year 6.
I've been around that.
I want I had a theory last night. I don't know if you saw this in our Discord, but I had a theory last night of that Dokkan could technically get their own unique character for an anniversary, which is what I would personally hope for them to do.
I had an idea for a custom character. I'll go ahead. Is there anything else you would like to talk about Dokkan related?
Well, I mean,
Like,
I mean,
all right. So, what's your idea for a custom character? You know what? Let's go to that. What is your idea for a custom Dokkan character? What's an
okay.
idea,
Whenever
like, what are you thinking of? Clearly, you have some sort of idea of how they'd possibly be able to do it.
the technical custom thing is and isn't, it's very technical. It's as far as I know, it's treading a very thin ice because it's going all on tagging of the unit. Last year, Dragon Ball Heroes 2021, no 2020 actually, we had the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, correct?
Yep. Are you talking about heroes? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that Super Saiyan 4 Vegito from Heroes isn't actually just Super Saiyan 4 Vegito?
What do you mean? You know what? Actually,
If
I
you
think I remember seeing this on the Discord yesterday. Actually, yeah. But go
if
ahead.
you
Go ahead.
if you players out there, just hear this out. If you do, people out there, if you play Dokkan, hear this out. If you play Dokkan, you may pick up on what I'm saying, but you can have the same character but different. Like take a look. This year we got Awakenings for Intelligence and Physical Super Saiyan Goku Xeno. Those are separate characters from Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Though they might be the same things, different timelines and stuff, they are separate characters. We also have the whenever Super Saiyan 4s come out, they're not going to just be Super Saiyan 4s. They're going to be Super Saiyan 4 Xeno, which I would assume they would be. So my theory was last night, because this unit, technically, this character has not actually had a technical release. One form is owned by Heroes, which is Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. We do not have an actual Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. That's just like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, then you have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Xeno, which is going to be what he's called when he's released. Same for Blue Gogeta and Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta Xeno, because they're two separate entities. So I had a theory last night of a first turn transformation Super Saiyan 4 Goku, whose first turn fused into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who first turned Petard into Super Saiyan 4 Vegito as our year 7 anniversaries, because then it'd bring in the Super Saiyan 4s and the fusions, keep it back on track, and could also propel us into a different route, because who knows what they could do for year 8 if we managed to make it that long. So Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, if not a Dokkan, the anniversary, I would honestly expect with this technicality, if Akatsuki ever hears this, they can make a Dokkan Fest, like true Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. That's not Heroes related, because Vegito is not Heroes owned.
Honestly, that is they could do that. Now, when you say first turn transformation, is this like an active, like you can choose if they transform or not, or is it they
No,
automatically transform, like no
I'm
matter
thinking
what?
like I'm thinking like the physical launch, the intelligence rebrand. People out there who don't know first turn transformation, just as soon as the unit is on the field on the rotation, they immediately change. You have no control over it. It's just boom, here's this new character or here's this unit.
Well then, well then, why would you want? Is it just so they have a cool animation of the fusions? Is that why?
It it's that, and also it gives them the ability to link with themselves, because you can have, we'll take STR Ultimate Gohan and Tech Ultimate Gohan to go.
Oh, okay. So you're saying okay? I get what you're saying now. It starts as Vegeta, but it would go or is Vegeta or Goku? It doesn't matter. But like
Yeah,
they'd fuse, and then they would be able to you'd be able to do Gogeta because they started different. That okay,
exactly.
and they would have a cool fusion animation when they come out.
Right.
That's
And
cool.
it
Okay.
could also be, and then if you do technicality wise, it could also be on pure Saiyans because they start off as a pure Saiyan, even boosting the category more. But that's,
And
semantics.
then they could just like borrow moves from either Super Saiyan, like Majin Saga Vegito, or Future Saga Vegito. They could just they could combine moves from them, but just take the cooler ones, give them both to this character. That's cool. I honestly would really like if they did that, and it would be something new, crazy, hype, and unexpected, and it would be really cool. The only thing is that like this is the seventh anniversary, and I feel like with Dragon Ball now, it's like there's blue, like blue's the new like normal now basically because you know not saying that Super Saiyan nobody likes Super Saiyan, everyone loves Super Saiyan, but it's that I feel like we'll see blue and Super Saiyan 4 isn't out of the realm of reality because it still exists, and Super Saiyan 4 is the one of the coolest looking, if not you know what, the coolest looking Super Saiyan transformation. I'm not saying I don't love the other forms, but Super Saiyan form, Super Saiyan 4 is really cool, and so I would
It's without
just
a doubt the most unique transformation
yeah.
out of them.
But I feel like if they just I feel like we wouldn't want to see a just Super Saiyan 4 thing. Like if we got now I understand where you're coming from, right? If we got a Gogeta and a Gogeta, it would be basically only boosting fusions, and we would love to see Potara instead. But I feel like we have three Super Saiyan Blues, don't we? I'm trying to think. We have the
Yeah,
Tech one, the physical one, and the LR STR.
right.
And then we have the Tech one that goes into blue. So he doesn't start, but he goes into blue, and then they can link with each other. So four blues, two LRs. So I feel like we don't need another LR blue, but we don't have an LR Gogeta blue, and we don't have like a standalone. We don't. Here's like if they do the thing that I'm thinking they may do, it wouldn't even be a standalone Gogeta. Even it would because it would be Goku and Vegeta. But it would be we don't have a Goku and Vegeta blue. Like we have the what's it called the
Evolution.
yeah the evolution and Kaioken, but we don't have base blue.
Right.
That would be great for movie heroes. Super Saiyan 4 would be great for GT heroes. One would have Grade A power. One would have Realm of Gods. Both would have time limit and fusion. They would both have like separated and together. They'd have Kamehameha. I'm not sure if they were separated. I don't know if they would have Goku and Vegeta family. I'm not sure. Like that's a
They
Legends thing.
wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
If
Yeah,
they
that's
were,
like that's a Legends thing where they do uh both of those. But yeah. So I mean that'd be pretty cool. Jeez, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, basically the same thing is either like Gogeta Vegito or Gogeta. But yeah, basically yeah, same assumptions of what the units will be.
yeah, but I think we're gonna get Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta just because some of the events that are coming back. I personally don't like it just so because I want the diversity again. But you know what? I'm sure I'll summon either way.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll summon either way. Okay, so Monolith, you here, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. I had to take care of something. I'm sorry, my
uh,
guys.
no, no, that's fine. We were talking about a Dokkan. Okay, so I feel like the next one that we can talk about, which I'm sure Monolith will be more aware of this one. Uh, Dragon Ball Fighters. Are
Oh,
you aware of Dragon Ball Fighters? Like, do you keep up with it?
me? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no, no. I okay. So yeah, I have thoughts. What what do we wish to speak on about Dragon Ball Fighters?
Well, for Dragon Ball Fighters, honestly, okay. So I'll start off, and then y'all can start afterwards. So with Dragon Ball Fighters, what seems like they're releasing a character. It doesn't seem like they're releasing a season for what we know. All they announced is Android 21 will be the next character. And it doesn't seem like they'll be. They could, like, okay. So something they could do is that they could make the connection better with Dragon Ball Fighters. However, the problem is they would have to rebuild the entire game, and I don't think they're going to do that. So Fighters is here to stay, and the new
Yeah.
character is Android 21. But what it seems like is they may start releasing characters one at a time. So instead of doing an entire season, every now and then they will release one new character until a few months later release another. So with 21, she's pretty interesting, but I feel like this is just the starter character. I was talking with one of the new guys on the Dokkan When Discord, and they were saying it's basically like Piranha Plant. It's a new character. It's interesting, not the craziest, but it's new, and people aren't hating on it. It's just, huh? I mean, that's pretty cool. So, what character would y'all like to see in Fighters? Or if there's something you want to, like, Monolith, you have several things you want to talk about. What is something that you were wanting to talk about? And what is a new character you would like to see that is not out yet?
Okay, honestly, I do want to talk about this whole Android 21 thing because
Okay.
to be frank, it should if they were gonna release her, it shouldn't have taken this long, like at all, at all, because I don't see her as like a new character coming out and it's an amazing thing. I see her as it's a new character coming out that's been in the story this whole time. Why are y'all? There's no hype in that for me at all, like none whatsoever. It's like having a story mode, right? You meet somebody that's been there and they're just kind of throughout, and then they turn into a monster, which she does. And then at the end of that story mode, years later, they're like, "Oh, by the way, now you can play as her before she's a monster." What the why? I don't want that. As far as new characters, I don't want a variant of a character. I don't. They have done really well with doing different variants, like base form Goku and base form Vegeta, things like that, so on and so forth. But I don't really like that in any of the Dragon Ball fighting games I've ever played. I know in the older games it was easier for them to do it that way than to have them transform mid fight because some of the fights were a lot shorter back then because they were working with what they had. But now, with this particular game, and I love it, it's going to sound like I hate this game, but I don't. I absolutely adore this game because I think it does a lot right. Even after the update that changed a lot about it, I still think it does a lot right. I'm just kind of tired of seeing rehashes and not and like palette swaps with a few different moves. It just doesn't work well for me. As far as characters that I would like to see, at this point, honestly, I don't even know. Because there is a big pool of characters that they can take from, and any direction that they would go that's a character that is not already in game, I'd be fine with. But I mean that. A character that is not already in the game in any format. Like with Android 21, her Boo form. She's technically already in the game. I don't need another version of her. I don't want another version of Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, any of that. I don't want to see three different Trunkses anymore. Like I don't want none of it. It can be kind of cool for nostalgia and whatnot when you get like both Brawlies, for example. It's like, oh, that's pretty neat. Okay, so we have the OG Brawly and the Super Brawly, but at the same time, while they play differently, it's not vastly different, at least in my opinion, and it just feels lackluster to me. So when it comes to Dragon Ball Fighters, right? I like the path they're going with the mechanics, though everybody seems like a rush down character. There are some keep away characters, but it's really in that department. But the character selection, I think they need to do vastly better with. They can make more new characters for new storylines. They do it in pretty much every game that they put out. They have multiple new characters, even with the one coming out, technically. Android 21 is a new character for this game, but she's been a new character for this game since the conception of this game. Having this game from day one up until now, which is kind of like, I want something fresh. I don't want you to keep serving me the same steak with a different topping. And I guess that's my biggest gripe with this game. Because otherwise, mechanics are sound, the netcode does need a little bit of tweaking, but like, my whole issue with this game in its entirety is the roster. That's it. And that might just be a personal preference. I'm willing to accept that, but that's just how I feel about it.
I mean, that's an understandable one. Like I do like so. I'm kind of okay. I agree with you completely, but also I would love to see Evolution Vegeta in the game. It's just, yeah. No, I do agree with you on that. Yeah, we are getting like we get several Gokus, several Vegetas. We have two Gogetas now. Like we have two. However, like the blue goes Super Saiyan, but then that's it. I don't think we're gonna be getting a Super Saiyan Gogeta with like where it's just the colors are different and the moves are older. Like I don't think we're gonna be getting that. Hopefully we don't get that anytime soon. But yeah, like one thing is like a character like Raditz. So that was one thing that Dododoya really wants. And at first I was like, meh, but to think about it, like imagine seeing like double like having like double Sunday, but instead of shooting it forward, he could shoot it like forward, like he shoot it forward and up diagonally at the same time. Like that would
Hmm?
be really cool. So he sort of forces you to get you're forced to jump, but you have to jump backwards because if you just jump straight up, you're gonna get hit by the other one. So that would be cool. And then we would also get the like Goku versus Raditz or Piccolo versus Raditz and get a legendary finish of him losing. Not sure. I would love if they do if they did legendary finishes for the villains, just made something something new and custom. But yeah, I see where you're going from. But but before we swap over to Hayden, is there if you could choose one character to be in Fighters, what would it be? Just one character.
Mm, if I could choose one character, you know what? Since a lot of the older games they have their joke characters, that's fine. They got Hercule most of the time as a joke character. I cannot remember this character's name from Super. You'll have to forgive me. But the guy that was fighting, and I want him to specifically be a joke character, the type of character that if you get beat by this guy, you feel bad because you know you shouldn't. The guy Frieza was fighting in the Tournament of Power who had that Sentai suit on basically, and he kept changing colors. I would
Oh,
want
the like Power
him.
Ranger guy. Yeah, he has
Yeah,
like the
I would want
numbers.
him in the game just to mess with people, purely just to mess with people. Like you can legitimately be good with him, but it's gonna be a struggle kind of deal.
You know what would be really cool if they did that, but they also released a few other like Tournament of Power characters. So like not just like they release him, and then they just release a few other characters. Maybe like we get a new. This is just going off thing. We get like one of the other Namekians is just like a copy. They're always going to be copy characters, but then a like interesting Namekian, and then maybe someone from Universe 11. You know what? Dispo or
It
Toppo
would
would
be
be
good.
really cool.
His
All right.
name is Kato Pesra.
That's the Power Rangers name.
Yep.
That's my vote. That's my vote. I want that Power Ranger in game.
Awesome. All right, Hayden, over to you. What is a character that you would want to see in Fighters? And if there's something you want to talk about Fighters, like a certain thought about Fighters, you can talk about that as well. So, what's a character you want? And then,
I I don't play these kind of games, so I've
okay,
never actually played fighters.
all
I'll be
right.
honest. But
Well,
if the one character that could draw me in, technically there's two of them that could draw me in. But one of them would be the absolute coolest android, Android 13. If anybody argues, you're wrong. Two, Bojack. I would,
Oh,
BoJack would be cool.
yeah, that would be cool.
because I'm imagining that whole thing of Bojack and all that taken on. I don't like I said, I don't know fighters very well, so I don't. I'm assuming they at least have some sort of miniature stories that kind of go along with situations. I could be wrong on that.
There. Okay, well, there isn't like the moves like they do, like like in Dokkan where they copy moves. They may add a new like they for a character like BoJack, they may add like the that stage that they fight in, like the area they fight in, they may add that as a stage, and then give Gohan. Gohan would have two dramatic finishes. He would have the one with Cell, and then add the one for BoJack with the punch.
Yeah, that's how I was imagining it was something like that, and then you could also get like a new dramatic finish for the Goku could do his absorb spirit bomb against 13.
Yeah, dude, that would be really cool. It,
Yeah,
I pretty like it would be Super Saiyan Goku, and then like Super Saiyan Goku, they fight. His shirt gets ripped. Goes does the spirit bomb, and then dead. That would be cool.
if either of those came into the game, then I might consider getting it. Probably, but so Bandai, if you want this one singular person to play your game, put my characters in there.
But yeah, two characters I would love for them to add both at, not at the same time, but they would correlate together is Toppo, where he would have his God of Destruction transformation. It would be limited time like Golden Frieza. He wouldn't be able to use it forever, but when he activates it, he all of his attacks are increased and a few of his moves change a bit. Like he gets the Hakai the Hakai ball thing, and he is able to launch it forward, and it can slowly approach you. Someone else does that. I don't remember who it is, but they Piccolo. I think it's Piccolo. But yeah, it'll just slowly track you. If you get hit by it, it does a lot of damage, but it's super easy to avoid. Just don't run into it. And then, but then yeah, basically Toppo is he's a pretty good character, but he'll rely on his transformation. And then next is Evolution Vegeta, which I would absolutely love to see in the game. Like UI is really cool, but I would love to see Evolution going based off of how Monolith doesn't like copy characters. Evolution Vegeta, that
To
would
be
be
fair, to be fair to your point, they do have Ultra Instinct, so it would make sense for Evolution Vegeta to be there. It actually would.
and thing is like Evolution Vegeta if they also gave him the also, so a few people want Majin Vegeta, but it'd be really cool if we had Evolution Vegeta just so we have like a final, like he could do final explosion against the Topo. Like he'd have his dodge ability, like when he was attacking Jiren, dodging the attacks. He can dodge, counter, and then he does his punching combo. Final flash, and then he also has the final explosion.
What if they
Which,
add a Rebrian into the game?
oh no,
My God, that would.
oh,
I'm not gonna lie, that would make me happy too. It would be so funny.
Add a
it
Rebrian
would.
and Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, or just Super Saiyan Vegeta has like some dramatic finish, and it's just him like, oh, it's so ugly that I dodged instinctively, and that's he just rolls off the screen.
Just rolls, yeah, just really rolls, hits like a stone or like just a rock going upwards, and she goes into space. Just like dramatic finish. That'd
Now,
be great.
I will say that Dragon Ball Fighters did something when it first came out that I wasn't expecting. They made Yamcha in this game really good, like really good. I was not expecting that. I thought he'd be kind of like okay at best.
Yeah, like here's the thing. I definitely thought he was gonna be like usable. I thought he was gonna be like a usable character. You know, like you could use him against Vegito and still have a chance. But
Right.
then yeah, they actually made him look cool as well. And then
Oh yeah.
they gave him the thing everyone wanted of the dramatic finish, which is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, yeah, but his mix ups are crazy. When the game first dropped, it was so hard to counter him because you could never tell which side he was going to be on comboing you. It was I loved it.
Yeah, he's one of the so he's not underrated, but at the time he was definitely in the beginning an underrated character, but he's now known as like one of the best characters. All right, I feel like this one's more of an easier choice. You know, this may be a scenario where you may not even be able to pick it up, but this could be between Banpresto, SH Figuarts, or Dragon Stars, which I personally have never bought a Dragon Stars. The only time I was considering buying one was when the Zamasu released, like the one where like it's the build a figure where you buy all six characters and you could get Zamasu. I thought that
Mm.
was pretty cool. I haven't collected SH Figuarts in a good minute, but I've been collecting Banprestos and I really like them. But what figure would they release that you would consider picking up between any of these brands? I'm pretty sure you wouldn't pick Dragon Stars, but between the brands, what's a statue or figure they would release that you would consider picking it up if it came out?
Hmm. A good hit figure,
Ooh,
like
so like where he has like
yeah,
effects of like the time skip. You can add like he has like a floorboard he can stand on. That's the time skip. It can like prop his feet up. He has things you can put on his fists to represent the punching, the like time skip stuff.
100%. Especially when they do the floorboards with like the energy around them and whatnot. If they could capture the time skip in a figure, I would throw money. I would throw my whole wallet at it, just at them, and just take the figure.
You know what would be really cool if they made it to where It's like not all the Goku figures, but some of the Goku figures have a similar model. So it'd be really cool if you could like it'd be you would need a prop to hold it up, but you'd connect it to his fist, and it'd be him punching, like what people call the shotgun in fighters. He'd be able to do that, and it would also show the effect of it wouldn't connect to him, but it would kind of fit. You'd be able to slide it in, push it together. It would look like it's against the figure, and it would have effects like going outwards as if he got punched multiple times. So it'd go with hit, but you could fit it onto a Goku figure as if he got punched multiple times. So you could just give Goku like one of the yelling faces, and then it'll have a bunch of purple, like just purple models coming out of him.
I love everything about that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Or you could just have a like if it was Band Presto, it'd be they've sold like two statues in one before. One of the most notable ones is the Goku Vegeta Trunks, the Super Saiyans. You can like switch them around. They're like I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They're on like hexagon stones, and you can switch them. But it'd be really cool if it was like if it was the Goku Kaioken and Hit clashing against each other, and it had a time skip background, like time skip going from the end of a Hit, and then the Kaioken coming from the end of Goku, and it'd be whenever they when Hit was going to attack and Goku blocked it. That would be really cool.
I agree. Now I want to ask, but we'll get right back to topic. But we're talking about Hidden Goku, so I want to ask both of you your opinions on this because I actually had. I don't want to call it a debate, but more of a conversation, a
Right.
frustrated one with someone. When Goku hired Hit to kill him, right? Did Hit kill him?
Yes, he did kill him.
Thank you. Is that simple? I know he came back, like I get that, but I
Yes,
actually had
but
someone
he
argue with me
died.
that
The
he did.
fact is, he came back because he died. He did kill him. Sure, Goku had a backup battery pack. He had a life up coming down. But if Hit blocked that, Goku would have stayed dead. Piccolo tried to bring him back and he couldn't. Goku had to use every single ounce of his energy to bring himself back. And if that didn't happen, if Hit expected that, it would just look like Goku missed a blast attack. Like Goku played it off well. But he
Yeah,
died. He did die, yes. Hit completed his mission.
that's that. I just needed the confirmation because I thought I was going crazy for a second. It's like, dude, am I wrong? And if I'm wrong about stuff, I don't mind being wrong. Just tell me I'm wrong. But I was like, I know he died.
Yeah, no, he died. He died. All right, Hayden, if you could have, what would be a figure or statue that they'd release that you would consider picking it up?
Um, honestly, I'm sitting here thinking of it. I don't do like I do collect some things. I don't know what brand they are, but I like some of them. I actually had a thought of a You talked about the multiple, like the one that popped in my head was the Goku Frieza that took on Jiren. I don't know what brand that is, but that's one that popped in my head.
Band Presto is the one that it is like the. There's other brands, but Band Presto is like the most popular one. Like the
Okay.
figures that I showed you, that's Band Presto. Like the
Well,
Band. Sorry, go ahead.
thought that crossed my head was more of a one that hasn't hit anime yet, but manga, and there may be one, but it's the like basically the Susanoo Ultra Instinct Goku that fought against Moro,
Mm,
Oh.
and I don't know much about these ones, so I don't know if they have the details. But the thought that was crossing my mind was like years back they had those glass things. You see that spin around, that you stick them on a little light, they spin around, and they just kind of light up with an image in the middle. I was thinking something like similar to that. If they did something like that, and like I don't know if they do this, so people out there, apologies if I'm offending you. I mean, I don't care, but I don't know. But something like that with like say the half of that Susanoo, I can't remember the actual name of the thing, but you have it on like a pedestal that lights up, and so the form itself, which would be white, would be lit up, and the Goku would be normal colored. That way, it'd have the effect of being lit up. Or I would want the God of Destruction Topo, which I think the effects and stuff could be neat.
What I think would be really cool, I'm not sure if they would do this, but if it was like God of Destruction Topo, it would be He'd be. It's when he holds the Hakai in his hand. I would love if he stood up and he had the Hakai, but it was like translucent plastic. What I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of the word, but it's translucent, and so you could have a light effect behind him, and it would make the orb like glow. It would make it look like it's glowing in his hands, which would be really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining. But I think if I did pick one like with the light, I fit the Goku, the UI Goku, and possibly have him go against the Moro. Be like that whole thing would be the cooler option in my opinion.
Yeah. Thing is, I'm not sure if they've done. Well, I mean, they've done video games, but I'm not sure if they do manga. I would have to go see. But like if they did, this is what would you pick up? So yeah, that would be really cool. For me, if
Yeah.
they released this and I was able to pick it up, uh, I would really like the clash between Vegito and Zamasu, like when they clash fists and the stones like go out of the ground around them. I would really like that if they had like if it was each figure and then there was like a crater that they would stand on. That would be really cool. I'm sure it probably exists somewhere. Any figure you think of, it probably already exists. But if Band Presto made it, then I would love to pick it up. I would really love if they made it like two separate figures, and then you could pick them up at one at a time, like whichever one you like. And so it just looks like they're punching, but you could pick them both up, and then they come with like half of the stand can come off, and then you could just connect the two together. That would be cool. And then you just be left with this single crater, which is like the leftover pieces, but then they connect together, so you could still use them. All
Yeah.
right,
Interesting.
so that's cool. Those are really cool. Up next, we are going a bit off topic again, more towards the mobile side. Dragon Ball Legends. So, Dragon Ball Legends, it's a pretty fun game. I haven't played it in the past like 5 days, but like before that, I played it for a long while straight, and I only took like a 3 week break at one point. But I've been playing Legends like crazy. My luck's pretty good on there. You know, Dokkan. Sometimes my luck's absolutely amazing. Sometimes it's not. Legends has been kind of back and forth for me. It's been modern. It was great for me. Like I've seen people go 8 rotations for the Goku and Vegeta. Single rotation, I got the Goku Vegeta. I got the new Broly twice. I got the LF Broly once, and I got the LF Gogeta once. And so, just 2 rotations, it was already pretty good. And so I'm sure you're not crazy about Legends, but what character, and I guess Monolith, I ask you this too, what's a character that they'd release and the animation will look incredibly well in their animation that would make you consider downloading Legends to try to get in and play with it for a bit? We'll start with Hayden first, since you've played Legends a little bit.
Yeah. Thought was crossing my mind. It'd be another dual unit. Like they just released their Goku and Vegeta Blue that fought Broly. At least I think that's where it's from. I play Legends haphazardly, so I know of things. I don't know everything. I
Yes,
know
it,
Dokkan
it,
much
it, it
more.
is the Goku and Vegeta that fought against Broly. It has the LF when
Okay.
they do the Gallic Kamehameha against him, and like when he blocks in like they dual
Yeah.
attacked him, but he just blocked it, and this they actually defeated him. But
Okay.
it's whoever's fine. But yeah, it is that one.
It'd be I want something similar to that, and they could either go way though it hasn't been done. I've seen some of the like I said, I'm gonna go with Dokkan is more my thing. Dokkan will take more liberties with some custom things that haven't happened. That hasn't happened anywhere. So I would want to see a more futuristic of a UI and UE Vegeta. UI Goku and UE Vegeta. Like
Hmm.
dual unit. And people out there, if you don't know the manga, it's Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. Where because Vegeta has a brand new form, which basically makes him purple haired.
As a
And
gee, that's not even released yet. But I mean, yeah. Well, okay. Did they fight at the same time before though?
they have not. That's why I said take liberties.
Yeah,
They
because
because
the
Ultra Ego just got released in this upcoming this arc that's going on right now in it, but
yeah.
not much outside of that. So Hasn't
So
had time to.
so like either an Ultra Ego Vegeta or an Ultra Instinct Goku, if not
Yes.
like them fused to get like them as a single unit. I feel like they'd
Yeah.
release them side by side, like different banners side by side. So like they'd both come out at the same time, but they're not the same unit. But yeah, that would be cool if they were the same unit. If there was like a customed unit, that would be cool.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. They could take liberties.
All right,
Future fun.
Monolith. If they were to release a unit that you saw a trailer for and it looked really cool, and it would actually make you consider playing Legends for just a little bit, what would that unit be? Like, what character would you want to see?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not 100% on that one. So I have dabbled in Legends. I lost my account, which is why I never went back
Oh man,
due to my own failings. It's my fault. I won't put that on the company. Um, and I had
Well,
Hit, and I
that's fine.
really enjoyed Hit. So Hit is my favorite character from Super, hands down. Period. The end. I, that he just is. Um,
completely understandable.
but if they put in a new, and that also relies on me knowing every single character that they have out, which I don't, unfortunately. Um, but I'll be very specific about this. Very, 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 very specific. If they gave this character great animations and took a few liberties with his skills, it would be the Cell Saga version of Tien Shinhan. That would get me back in. I would just be like, you know what? I'm here for this. But I'd want his tri-beam to be the one that he repeatedly did, not just the one blast and that be it. I'd want the repeat tri-beam where he passes out at the end, like, go all out on this character. Give him his Dodon Ray, give him the solar flare, give him his multiplication technique, like, go all of it. And I'd be there. I don't know how long I'd play, but I'd definitely be there for that character.
I'm not sure if they would do unless they made it like an LF. I don't think he would do the multiplication technique. But yeah, I could imagine him doing every other move, and like not even him as an LF. I could imagine him doing the other moves. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't expect the TN, but yeah, we honestly don't have a crazy TN. Actually, if I'm thinking, do we even have a sparking TN? I don't think we do, unless he was released during like the one time I didn't play. But yeah, that would be really cool. I would honestly love to see a TN. I do want like the like quote unquote side characters, just the rest of the Z fighters get their own like spotlight, you know? And I feel like
Yeah.
Z is what really did that, you know? I feel like Z definitely appreciated the other characters. And then Super did have its moments, you know? Like Master Roshi, he had his moments, Gohan had his, Piccolo had his. They all had their moments, but again, it was just like moment. But then in Z, you know, they had like multiple different things. So I would love to see a Z, not maybe not an LF, but like a sparking TN as like a main unit, so they'd put more work into him. But that would be really cool. All right, so this is just gonna be a more of for fun. Now, Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes is literally just fan service. You think of it, they may have done it already, but if you could do something new for Dragon Ball and just make it a card in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, which they've done a lot of things by now, so honestly, you could say something and it wouldn't even sound too crazy. What would you want to have as a card in Super Dragon Ball Heroes? Hayden, we'll start with you.
Gogeta. All the way Gogeta.
Gogeta, a fusion of Gogeta and Vegito.
Yeah,
Now,
because it's possible.
would this be? Would it be? Which would be the Gogeta and which would be the Vegito? The Xenos or the Capsule Corps? Which one would be?
Well, it'd be both because it's you have the Capsule Corps that fuse into Gogeta,
That's
then
that's
you
what that's what
have.
I'm asking. Which one would be Vegito and which one would be Gogeta? That's what I'm asking.
Does it matter?
No, not really. I was just wondering. All right.
Yeah, yeah,
So
like have a Gogeta because but the problem is it could only be Super Gogeta because anything above that would destroy the fusion, whether it's Batara or not. I know Metamorian fusion got retconned to where it can no longer be overpowered, but I feel like if a fusion units was there it would be overpowered too quick. But if not, then they could technically do like a hybrid Super Saiyan Blue 4, which I guess I could call, we'll say, Super Saiyan Prime, which is a combo of Super Saiyan 4 and Blue, or the evolution in Blue, into one amalgamation that only Gogeta can do because it is a combination of both of them.
Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking. So this is really similar to yours. So as you know, one of the last things we saw was Goku and Goku side by side powering up, and they made like a cool symbol. Now this is just them powering up together, being ready to fight, but it would be amazing if Goku and Goku fused together and we got like a Super Goku. It would be a Super Goku, and basically they'd be able to use Super Saiyan Blue on top of Super Saiyan 4, pushing Super Saiyan 4 beyond the limits that already seem near endless. So it would be a Super Saiyan 4 Blue. And that would just be really cool because that's like something that we've wanted for like, well, not wanted, but have seen, like, theorized for a long time of how cool it would be. So like Super Saiyan 3 Blue is what everyone thought we may have gotten potentially during the Super arc, because there was that theory. Literally, it's just during one scene, Goku's had a single band instead of four, and so people thought that was like Super Saiyan Blue 2 because Goku powered up and then had one band. But it wasn't. It was just a different art thing. But yeah, a Super Saiyan 4 Blue, or like, yeah, with Gogeta, it would be super cool if it was just Super Saiyan 4 but blue instead and had the evolution eyes. That would be
Oh
cool.
yeah,
But I feel like that would be like the final battle, and then the end of
who
that
knows?
arc of Super. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it would. And and then I'm imagining that because like say 10 years down the line for Dokkan.
Yeah, it's not impossible. With heroes, it is not impossible. Monolith, if you could do anything for a character, because this is heroes again, like fan service, what would you want to see if you could do anything?
Okay, so I know for a fact this character's already in Heroes, but I'm gonna be hyper specific again. I would want Turles with the Tree of Might completed in its entirety. In its entirety. Like he killed everyone, the tree was completed, he got all of the energy from the tree on Earth. That version of Turles, like the ultimate, because that would be his max power, right? Well, at that point, that would be the most powerful he could be in that specific like storyline. So I'd want that. I'd want to see how he was maxed at his potential from the tree because the fruit gave him more power. That is what I would want.
Hmm.
Don't they already
That
have something like that?
do what?
I have no
I'm
idea.
I'm trying to remember that because Turles has a new form, which is called the Evil Saiyan, which if you
Yeah.
look it up, it looks like Super Saiyan
Well,
3 with black hair and eyebrows.
yeah, that's what he's saying. He's being hyper specific as if he finished off the transformation, because Turles was still eating fruits at that point. He's saying what would happen if it was fully completed. He ate every single fruit from the tree.
Okay, I thought that form is what he had.
No,
He did have all
so,
of them.
no, no. So what happened is he ate a bunch of them. He had a bunch of time to eat them, but he was
Okay,
still eating fruits after that. Like even like, I think like right before he fought against Cumber, he ate another fruit.
okay.
If I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. But
I'll
yeah,
do
he's saying
some
like
digging.
the tree fully completed. He eats every single fruit. It would be cool if like it tapped into like, this could just be me, but if it had like he like it looked like Super Saiyan 4. So like he looked like Super Saiyan 4, but with his dark hair, and then he also has like the Super Saiyan 3 hair. That would just be
Yeah,
really cool. And then the armor like breaks off because he's just that buff. That would be cool.
that would be pretty dope. Yeah, I would be okay with that.
Yeah, because it's tapping into like, it's like all this power tapping into his 8 power. And so it's not Super Saiyan 4 Turles. It's just an incredibly powerful Turles because he can't activate Super Saiyan 4. But basically this like, it triggered a different Super Saiyan 4 transformation. It's just like complete Tree of Might or something.
What is it? Like it's called Alpha, because this is his that form is just called Evil Saiyan, and it could. Why is my phone blowing up? Shut up!
So you're
But
famous, man.
I mean, apparently, I know. But what if they called it like Alpha Saiyan because it's Evil Saiyan, and it's like it goes to the alpha roots. Like it's one like I play Dungeons and Dragons with some buddies, and I've become an alpha werewolf, like the actual alpha of alpha. I can control all of the werewolves. What if he could just tap into something like that, where he like has the power to manipulate other Saiyans, like how Cumber uses his aura to take control of, but well, not take control of, turn berserk. Let's say Alpha Turles has the ability to control other Saiyans.
That would be cool.
That would be pretty
Because
interesting.
he
I'd
did
be down
something.
for
He
that.
doesn't like that. He turned Vegeta evil, but like, what if it's just even more powerful than that, and he makes him like controlled, like it's beyond evil and then controlled. Because Vegeta was able to fight it off and but keep the ability. So Turles, he screwed up. He gave Vegeta a power boost. But
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be. Oh yeah, this image you're showing, I'm pretty sure this was like fan made. But yeah, I would love if
No, it
this.
is.
Yeah, I
It,
would.
it, it is. I was just showing. This is what I was thinking whenever it
Yeah,
popped up.
I know that's what I'm thinking of. But then there was the new thing of Goku and Vegeta power, no, Goku and Goku, not Goku, Goku and Goku powering up and becoming more powerful.
You never know. It's still possible that they could do it. They could be like, the power up
It's
isn't strong
heroes.
enough.
Anything could happen. Anything. If you told me way back when that Turles was gonna be able to stand up against like a Super Saiyan 3 Cumber and an evil like basically a Majin Blue Vegeta, I would think you're crazy. But it's here, so it's like you could tell me something crazy. You could tell me that Majin Buu absorbed all the Saiyans, and I would believe you. It could happen.
We get a fusion of Pan and Gohan.
Yep.
Go
That'd be
Pan.
cool. Go back, go fan.
Go Pan.
Go Pan.
Go Pan. It's all the Saiyans absorbed by Majin, but you got this.
I'm
You're
imagining like it's the Power Rangers theme starts playing. Go 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 Pan. Go go Pan.
It's just her getting beaten up. It's just yeah, go Pan. You got this. Oh man.
Would she have long hair or short hair?
I mean Well,
What
I,
Super Saiyan forms could she go?
wait. Honestly, if she
Hmm.
goes Super Saiyan, what would it look like? Like I don't think it'd be like Videl and her hair just changed. Like it would get spiky, but what would it look like? I feel like it would be similar, not exact, but similar to Trunks. I feel like it'd be like similar to him.
Did Pan actually go Super Saiyan in Heroes, unless I'm mistaken?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not that I remember.
Hmm.
I haven't
You go on
seen
to your next thing. I'm gonna do some digging.
Doki Doki. All right, so here's another one that I'm sure y'all have gotten into a bit. So this is we're actually almost talked about every subject now. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 already has a bunch of cool characters. They're working on releasing some more characters. They're doing like voting things. They're working on new moves. This is like it's not old news, but it was last year. They released a Super Saiyan God transformation that you have to go through a few things to get it. I don't have it yet, but I do want to get it. But what would be something that you'd want to add as either a move or a character? What would you want them to add for your CACs or a character in Xenoverse?
Let him go first. Let him go first.
Okay, so Monolith, what you any ideas?
Honestly, man, and I've been on this boat for a little while now. I want to see Xenoverse 3. I want one so bad. Um, but okay, let me pull back from that. A move that I would like them to add.
Or transformation. Move
Or
transformation. Like anything for your CACs. It could be a costume if you just want to add a costume. Or a new character, either one. Or you could go ahead and do both since he's like digging through info. You could do both, and then we'll go back to him. You could do both.
You know what? I would since we got Boo training in Super, and he legitimately transformed from Fat Boo to how he looked after he trained. I would like for that race to have that, like that transformation. That would be super cool. Um, and I know we don't know much about it. We don't know what it changed about him or any power ups that it gave him or any new moves or anything like that. Just the physical transformation would be dope to me to be able to go from like being a fat boo to that boo in the middle of a fight, and it's basically like an amp or something. I like that. Does it make sense? Not necessarily, but it's Dragon Ball Z stuff. A lot of it doesn't make sense. It is what it is. Now move. Now, it's been a while since I played Xenoverse 2, so I don't know if this move has been implemented yet. And if it has, I don't know if it's been implemented to this degree. Um, the key sword on their hand, right? I know that I'm pretty sure they have an attack with it, but I'm talking about like the spear version of it, where they just spear someone and they're stuck on the blade.
Yeah,
That
they have Vegeta's Spirit Sword, and then Goku Black's, which is Divine Lasso. But yeah, so it's the Spirit Sword where it stabs you and you get stuck there, and then you can cancel it or you can hold the button and then you spin and slice them. So they do have that move already.
well, it looks like I need to re-download this game.
Yeah, they have Vegeta's moves. They have Divine Lasso, which is now they don't have like a combo. Like you can't do it where your character combos with the sword like Goku Black's does. But yeah, Divine. That's actually one of my favorite abilities because so basically you basically do the signature slashing, put like hit him back. You do the spin where like all the blades are sticking out of them and then they blow up. You do the pose and they blow up. They have that where he does it to Goku, and it's
Oh
really
my
cool.
god.
I love it. It's one of my favorite moves. But yeah, they do have that.
Oh,
Okay.
neat. You can play as Fu in this game.
Do what?
Looking at the roster, I didn't know Fu, you could play as Fu. I thought he was just the villain.
Yeah, they added Few as I think one of the first DLCs. Like he was either first or second, but I have him. Yeah, he's fun. My brother loves playing him. Few's really cool. But yeah, the roster is massive, dude. The roster is massive, and they're still expanding on it. It's really cool. They added Android 21 as one of the newest characters. Don't have her. I don't have the newest DLC. I don't have Supreme Guy Time. She's a playable character now, and I wasn't in the tournament to get her. It's like they do the tournament every now and then, and I have not entered it to get her, but I will at some point. But yeah, they have a lot of moves. So that's why if you haven't been playing it, probably guessing moves won't be the best. But yeah, I feel like for Shape Up Boo, for the male version, it's just uh turns to fit. But I guess the female version would just grow. They just get taller. It would turn to the same form because like Kid Boo, you literally turn into Kid Boo, like just different color depending on what your color is. But it's literally just Kid Boo. So I'm sure it would just be the same thing with the Shape of Boo. I'm not sure they would do anything crazy different. What I
Oh,
want to
okay.
see is Super Saiyan 4. I really want to see Super Saiyan 4 as a transformation already. I don't care how they do it. I really want to see it. That would be so cool. And
I didn't
another
know that
I
wasn't there.
so yeah, Super Saiyan 4 is not there's a Super Saiyan 4 costume and you could just go Super Vegeta with it so you'd be glowing Super Saiyan and have the Super Saiyan 4 costume. But like that's not real. The tail doesn't move. I want the tail to be moving. Come on. It's but yeah, I would love if they had Super Saiyan 4. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Fusion. So I was thinking it would be really cool if they did Xenoverse 3, which they should. I hope they do at some point. Maybe a while. Maybe may take as long as GTA 3. We never know. Or 6, not 3, 6. GTA 6. But yeah, I would love if there was a fusion or Potara mechanic. I already thought of this, and a lot of people like got on to me how it would never work. My idea is you fuse, and your character doesn't double; they triple in attack. Here's the problem, though: you and your partner need to sync attacks. So basically, you would both have to do the same combo correctly to be able to pull off a combo. And if you pull it off wrong, you make 3 mistakes, you unfuse if you make 3 mistakes. And so what you'd have to do is you could just fuse and then mash a basic combo over and over, but you're going to get predicted and beaten and your fusion will run out. Which, by the way, if your fusion gets damaged, both your characters take damage. So if you fuse, might want to try to pull it halfway or early game, because if you do it late game, you could defuse and one can die. So you do want to be careful with that.
I like that. I actually like the whole both characters taking damage concept of it. I really do like that.
Yeah, it would be perfect. Just imagine if like just two favorite creators that play Dragon Ball games, you watch them and they have to you have to have synergy to pull off the combo. And so you can just do the basics, just basic combo like basic YYY super tag, XXX super tag, XXY. But if you could actually pull like just XY AX or some I don't know what it is, just X square triangle blah blah blah. If you pull off that combo, it does a massive amount of damage, but you and your teammate need to be synced to pull it off. and if not, you'll just defuse. And if you mess up the combo, you can cancel the fusion. You just transform and cancel it. So let's say you screwed it up and you're both low. You just want to defuse. You gotta. It would actually be interesting if like you're about to get hit with a Kamehameha, you defuse to avoid the attack. you
That
just
would be a mechanic, yeah.
yeah, you defuse, go left and right, and dash forward, and just so you would face them on. That'd be cool. Combo attacks like that, same thing. Where like you know the dual combo attacks you can do with your friends. I think that'd be cool. I want them to be more animated though. I don't want like, oh, dual Kamehameha. I want you to do like the Goku and Vegeta fighting Jiren. I want to see something like that, you know? Like you and your teammate can combo off. More cinematic. Like I would just absolutely love that.
I mean, that would be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Hayden, your turn. What
All
is if you don't have a move, that's fine. They have added a lot, so if that's more difficult, what would be a character and transformation you would like to see? You have to
Okay,
look
like
into
so
the roster, so you probably have a better idea of what characters are not and are in the game.
yeah, I'm looking through and I'm seeing some. I can't tell you the moves of them, but one thought I had for move, I did actually come up with a move. But it's I remember I remember playing in Xenoverse 1, where you could go collect items and stuff, and for just aesthetics. But I feel like for Xenoverse 2, or to say theoretical Xenoverse 3, if they did something, they could make a an item mechanic that allowed you to do a special thing if you have said item. Monolith was talking about the Spirit Saber, that Goku Black sword stabby thingy.
The spirit sword of the so like
I don't remember. He was talking about like that, and my thought was the Waltz of Chaos, where he gets the scythe, cuts it open, next thing you know, like 5 of Goku Blacks just come out and do boom, 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 boom.
right.
The thought that crossed my mind was to be something like that, but you have to get an unlock. You have to get that move. You have to then unlock like the scythe variation of it, which would then change the move into the Waltz of Chaos. If you have, let's say, that scythe thing equipped to it, so your character, as opposed to being stabby, the divine lasso. That's what I'm thinking of. As
Okay.
opposed to being divine lasso, it did turn into Waltz of Chaos with multiple of your character just spawning out and doing a little combo like that.
You know what? I was so that's actually really I just thought of an idea to go on top of that. If it's an item, that means it gets consumed, so it may be an item that automatically activates when you enter in the game. It'll automatically activate, but you have to buy the item to use it because once you use it up, it's out. So it's a more powerful attack, but you have to like play the game and win games. Or you could lose too, you just don't get as many points, and you get these points to buy the items to use it. You'll have like battle specific points that you can use. And they can like you could stack like yeah, like you said, so you'd be able to use an item to stack it on top of the move already and make it a better move.
There's some fighter game. It's an older fighter game. I cannot remember the name of it, but it had a system like that where you could play as these characters, but each character was locked if you didn't have this specific weapon for it. So, like, they didn't, if like I said, if you get the divine lasso, the saber, then you could do the lasso, but then you or have to like basically level up that specific move in order to use the upgraded version of it, and then you have to buy the aesthetic for it, almost like in a Jump Force kind of thing, where you buy the thing and then it upgrades the move to another level of it. That'd be something I could see. It'd
That
be
sounds
hard
like
to
that sounds
implement.
like a that here's the thing. That sounds like a Xenoverse 3 mechanic. That sounds like if they were gonna do something new, like leveling up your characters, so you'd have to play the game. Like win or lose, your character will level up, but winning will give you more levels. And so basically it's just from experience of you playing the game, your character level up, and then you could get specific items. So it's like sure you can have like the ultimate divine lasso or like the Goku Black's Kamehameha, and then it like explodes at the end. You can have like one of those, but you can only bring one because there's like a move item that you can bring, but it'll consume
Right.
the item. Yeah, so you could either bring like a different item, you could bring like, or you can bring both, but then you only have like two healing items that you can use. Or now this wouldn't really work if you were doing a no item battle, but if you were doing an item battle, or you could do like specifically move items only, like move battle items only,
I,
not like healing items or anything. You could choose that if
I
you wanted to.
wasn't thinking. I really wasn't thinking like an item thing. It's going to be like an actual move. Like I don't know if I'm in my head, it makes a whole lot of sense, and I can't word right well enough. But
An
it's literally
attachment
like
then, like it's an attachment. So it's
it's
like
a
it's like it's not a move, but you can set it up as if it was a move, which attachment you'd want to add.
okay. Here's a. Do you play Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross?
I did for a little bit, but
Okay. Do you
I haven't
remember how
recently.
you could? Do you remember how you could change each character's weapons and the weapons would change damage and stuff?
Yes.
That's what I'm. That's kind of what I'm imagining. You get the
Okay.
base. You get the base character. Well, it gets Divine Lasso, but as you go through, you can then unlock that next weapon, which would turn it from the blade into the scythe,
It's like a skill
changing the
tree.
move.
A skill tree,
Yeah,
basically.
basically.
Okay. All right. I get what you're saying. All right. So
That's what I was meaning.
it's not items. It's skill tree. Okay.
Yeah, and it changes the move
Yeah.
entirely. My niece is calling me. I'm gonna ignore her right now.
We're talking about
And the
Dragon Ball. That's far more important.
and the character I was thinking, I'm looking through the roster is False Super Saiyan
False
from the
Super.
Lord Slug movie.
Oh, okay. So I feel like yeah. So like if yeah, that sounds like a Xenoverse. Like now that would be kind of just it would be cool. It'd be new, but I feel like that'd be kind of useless. I feel like if they did a whole revamp and did a Xenoverse 3, like that would be perfect for early on games. So they have like a Super Saiyan esque form. It makes their characters more powerful. It'd mostly be for like story mode. But then yeah, that would be really cool. Like you could take on events a lot easier. That would be really
That and I
cool.
just that and I just like the False Super Saiyan. It doesn't
Yeah.
get
That,
any sort of love anywhere. I
That's
remember
just like
them finding like
I
a
want
glitch or
Pan to
something.
I want Pan to get like a false Super Saiyan like before she unlocks it, and then near the end of the movie she does unlock it. Like she could tap into it for a moment, and it's like whoa, like like did you feel that? Yeah, it's like her glowing yellow while fighting, and then later on she actually unlocks it. But then yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, it'd be it would be that for sure, just because that is kind of neat. Or the I don't like I said, I don't I know they just added God. I do know that. I don't think Blue is in the game,
Blue is in
but
the
whenever
game.
you it is okay.
And
So whenever you
Evolution
get
Blue. Blue, Evolution Blue, Super Saiyan 1 to 3, and then there's Super Vegeta, which is 1 and 2. So
yeah,
Super Saiyan
I
increases your strike attacks, and then Blue, or not Blue, Vegeta increases your key attacks. So you
it
could
looks cool.
choose.
That's the only thing. I didn't know anything. I knew it was higher form, but I was thinking more. Let's say if you get if Blue wasn't in the game, or Blue was in the game and Evolution wasn't. I was thinking you can go into the Kaioken Blue like actual transformation, or now the Evolution's in the game. Let's take as it goes on. Though it'd be strain on the body, this would be like the Kaioken thing because I know the Kaioken using it lowers your HP if I'm correct, doesn't it?
Yes. Okay. Well, okay. Well, all right. It depends on what level you are. So if you're like, I'm level 99, for my character that's level 99, he would not lose any health. And also,
I,
like, if I since I'm level 99, I can use Super Saiyan 3 and not lose any ki. But if I was the lower level, I would lose ki if I used Super Saiyan 3. But
well,
since I'm level 99, it doesn't matter.
the
But
thought
then,
that was going through my head was a back to the now super manga where you could give the characters UI or alter ego, but it's no matter what level you are, it still has
yeah.
the decay on the body.
So here's the thing: you could use Super Saiyan Blue, and that drains ki. But since I'm level 99 and I have a specific build to increase my ki, I could say Super Saiyan Blue almost for the entire match. And then I have the same build with Evolution Blue, but it drains super fast. And so even with my build, it drains like as fast as Super Saiyan 3 would with me being like level 30. You know, like it, or I'm not sure if it's exactly level 30, but yeah, like it drains fast, but it's super powerful. So that would be cool if like Kaioken was the same thing. It lowered your HP, even if you have an HP build. Instead of losing ki like Blue or Evolution would, it would drain HP, but it would be even more like it'd be as powerful as Blue, if not more, but you'd lose HP. So it'd be a
Yeah,
different
like
trade-off. It would be the same thing between like Kaioken and Super Saiyan 3. Evolution and uh, Kaioken would be you could do you want to lose HP or do you want to lose ki? Which one do you think would be the better trade-off? That would be cool. That would add a new mechanic to the game. Yeah.
and then like I said, as character, I'd want to see false Super Saiyan Goku. If you could get the move, that'd be neat. If not, false Super Saiyan Goku.
Hey, we're building Xenoverse 3 over here. Listen, if you take this from us, you don't even have to give credit. Just do it. You don't even
No,
have to give
no, Danger. You know my hatred for this. Akatsuki, Bandai. Akatsuki knows more so, but Bandai, you take our ideas, Yeah, so help me. I'll know.
Oh, okay.
Monolith. I'm
So
gonna.
let me. Do you want to explain it, or do you want me to explain it?
I'll explain it to Monolith because
Okay.
I'm sure Monolith is just dying to know the entirety of my great show, right, Monolith?
I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Okay. Dokkan Wen has been about for a little over a year now. We started November 17th, 2020.
Okay.
We've been predicting stuff that's been coming into Dokkan for over a year now.
Oh.
Like literally, it's almost to a T. And it's ridiculous. Well, okay, we had a guy on there. Our like second episode, we talked about an LR Master Roshi, like he was saying it from the Tournament of Power, where after a certain amount of damage, he gets revived by Super Saiyan Blue Goku. You know that scene I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we predicted that before it was even announced. You know what came out at the upcoming anniversary? That unit.
Yeah, they predicted the revive mechanic.
We had.
And I'm just saying, like in Dokkan, if you lose all your health, there's a new revive mechanic, and they predicted that entire mechanic that came out before it even came out.
Then you have Super Saiyan Goku from Namek Saga. One of our guys actually came up with that and said, we're going to be getting this and this for the thing. 2 months later, you know what came out? That! I've predicted a future Gohan Trunks unit for over a year. You know what just came out?
That.
Yes!
Well.
The only thing that I predicted that actually came out was the kale and cauliflower that fused. Like, that's the only thing. I'm trying to think of what else I've ever predicted. That's like I've only theorized, but I've never made a prediction really. But that was that was one prediction that actually I made, but that was it.
So, Bandai, if you're listening, and our ideas are in Xenoverse, I know my ideas have been taken, and I'm coming for you. I know. I'll know. We have audio proof that our ideas came first.
We have visual proof. I've commented my ideas on Rhyme Styles videos, a few Rhyme Styles, some of Syriac, so it's out there. People have seen it. People have replied to it and tell me how stupid I am. But I can't wait for it to come out and everyone to be wrong.
I've done that more than once, actually. Not even in Dokkan. I've predicted so many games and stuff I like. I've predicted so much. Oh my god!
You predict things.
No joke.
Tell me.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 3. I predicted a good chunk of that. I predicted some of the bosses. They came into fruition. Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Oh my god!
He's having a life crisis revelation right now.
Sounds like it.
You have years apparently this has been happening. People out there, quit taking my ideas. I know they're smart, but quit it.
Oh man. All right, the card game. I haven't really played too much of the Dragon Ball card game. So I mean, I've wanted to collect the cards just because they're cool, but I've wanted to get into the game, but we haven't really gotten into that. So I mean, if y'all played the card game, have y'all watched or played the card game?
I know nothing about the whole. I know they just released a whole lot of the Angels. Other than that, I can't tell you anything about it.
Yeah, so I feel like we're gonna be skipping the card game. They look really cool though. I do really want to get some of the cards at some point.
I actually passed them up the other day. My local game store had some, and I was looking at it. I was like, no, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I'm not getting into other card games.
Yeah,
no.
you already play 2 digital card games. Yeah. Well, I mean, mostly one than the other. One you barely touch.
No, I play a lot more than what you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, like specifically Dragon Ball. But yeah, all right. Well, is there anything else that y'all like to talk about? Well, like we've kind of gone through all of them in order. Is there anything y'all thought of that you'd want to talk about? Like anything?
Did we talk about the Breakers?
No, we didn't.
You know what? No, we did not. We did not talk about Breakers. You know what? You are absolutely right. All right. Well,
stealing my ideas yet again.
Have y'all played Dragon Ball Breakers?
No.
I have not, but sorry, Monolith.
Oh, you're good. I was actually going to say I want to hear your opinion on it because I have an adverse one, and you seemed hype about it, so I want to hear what you think.
Personally, I love the idea of Dragon Ball Breakers because it is a whole new look at what Dragon Ball is. because it's always following Goku, Vegeta fighting these things. Xenoverse, all that follows your custom character taking on these god level enemies. Fighters, you're just taking on enemies. Kakarot, you just follow Goku. Battle of Z, you just follow the battles. But the Breakers is, in my opinion, should be considered the not pinnacle, but should be considered one of the best Dragon Ball games to ever be made. Because it flips the entire script. I don't know what you guys know about it, but you get like, and people out there who may not know about it. Imagine almost Dead by Daylight mixed with Dragon Ball Z.
I got a funny story about that. So me and my friends, we got that all of us got Dead by Daylight for Halloween. We wanted to do something. We wanted a new game because we basically played like the same 2-3 games. So we got Dead by Daylight. I'm addicted to it now. But Dragon Ball Breakers, that was announced, and I so badly wished it was cross-platform because it's like eight survivors, one enemy, and it's so cool. It's such a massive map. You could get abilities, and you could like become Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo. It's massive. You can hide. Um, there's like 3 different ways you can win the game. I think there's like you can defeat Cell, escape in the time thing, escape in the massive time machine, and then I think there's a third way. Not sure. I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm wrong. And I've watched a few people play it, and it looks fun. Like
Oh
if it
yeah.
was cross-platform, I would buy it in a heartbeat because then I'd be able to play it with other people who had it. Problem is like I want to know like how many people have it, who most have it, which what should I even get it on? I'd probably get it on a PlayStation. Like I'm not gonna buy it on Switch. I'm done buying Dragon Ball games on Switch. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, like you were saying, it's a new thing that's not fighting, and I feel like this is the start. Like this is the start of games that are not going to be completely fighting related, like one-on-one fighting or story, like reliving story fighting. We have enough of those games already. So
Yeah,
this,
like
yeah,
I
like
saw a lot of,
yeah,
like, I'm sure you're going to be one of those, Monolith, that doesn't like the survival aspect. I know people who don't like the survival aspect of it because it doesn't match Dragon Ball Z, because Dragon Ball Z is notorious for being that one fighting anime. I'm not going to deny it. But
yeah,
the full switch where like, you're not, you can fight, but you're not meant to, literally shows because you have the weak characters. Like the first time I saw it, you could play as like Piccolo, Puar, Bulma, and all those characters who cannot fight. They have to use their smarts to escape, and it then shows the one-sidedness of it all. Because you put those characters against Cell, Frieza, Boo, they can't do anything of it, and I like that aspect of it because it gives, like I said, new meaning to it. It's so different, and I love it. I like Dragon Ball, I like the fights, but I don't want just fighting. Like Kakarot. I like Kakarot because though it's a lot of fighting, it's not just fighting. It has more to it. Breakers, I love the uniqueness. I say uniqueness. It's Dragon Ball Dead by Daylight. It's Dragon Ball by Daylight, but I like its own kind of uniqueness of it that separates it from the rest of the franchise entirely. So, but I do, like I said, I've heard some people gripe because it's not Dragon Ball because it's not fighting. It's just running away.
yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing with it. Nothing to do with the fighting. Nothing that has nothing to do with that at all. I am uninterested in it, but here's why. So the whole setup is you escaping from this big baddie because they can and will kill you. And that's fine. That's totally fine. When I grew up playing survival games like that, there were survival horror games like Silent Hill or Fatal Frame, if you're familiar with that franchise, which is
Ooh, you and I are friends now.
and my issue with this particular thing is while it's trying to show the trauma and the horrific side of like Cell hunting these people down when he was imperfect and gathering them into his body to become closer to perfection, it doesn't sell it to me. Like I can see it being a fun game to play, absolutely, but the atmosphere there for that situation legitimately isn't there. I saw the trailers. The characters look like Dragon Ball characters, of course, but it didn't instill that sense of they are actually afraid of what's going on. It was more like goofy. And yeah, Dragon Ball's been the series that's just been, oh man, it's the fighting or whatever. But if you're gonna go that heavily in the other direction, go full on into that other direction. That's what my issue is. Running away from Cell in the broad daylight and like jumping around, being goofy about it. Like, no, that doesn't make me feel like Cell is actually a threat. I know he's a threat because I know who he is, but it doesn't give me the feeling that I would want from that type of game. For example, Dead by Daylight. All of those things would creep me the crap out. Like, I can put myself in that situation and be like, no, I'm not gonna mess with the generator. I'm just gonna run. Like, that's just no. But with the way it looks on the breakers, it's like I know he's a threat, and because I have prior knowledge, of course I would try to leave the area. But I don't feel the fear. I don't feel the tension just based off that. I think they could have done if they had made this a horror game, a Dragon Ball horror game, not just a survival game, but a straight on horror game, I would have been fully invested in it. I would have thought it would have been amazing because they can. They have the characters to do it. They have this whole cityscape to do it, and the whole thing is unique as far as Dragon Ball is concerned, right? Because it's pretty much all they tackle is fighting games. And you're right, Kakarot had a big RPG element to it, so it added more to it. It wasn't just fighting. But with Breakers, I think they had an opportunity to do something so much more, and for me, it just missed the mark by not doing enough. That's my take on it.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So here's the thing. I understand from there, and I agree with that. I sort of have like the same problem with like the new Five Nights at Freddy's games. Not that I don't like it. It's just it is like it's much different than compared to what we had to before, and it does seem like more bright daylight. Everyone like interacts there by multiple people. It's just it seems like super happy and whatnot. So I do understand what you're saying by that. But what I look at it is I don't look at it as in this is just the one game we're getting and they kind of just ruined it. Like not ruined it, but like it's different. I feel like it is different, and this is the start of them starting to make different games that is not just fighting. This game, it seems more like a party game. It doesn't seem more of like the scary aspect to it. It's now if you're like a prop hiding and then Cell's like going inside looking for you, then yeah, I mean it's pretty creepy. But it seems more like a party game, and it feels like it's supposed to be different, and that's what I enjoy about it. I don't look at it as in it's supposed to be completely scary. I look at it as in it's supposed to be a different game. And that's what I really enjoy about it. And hopefully we'll get some more new games that no, I'm not saying we'll eventually see like Dragon Ball Racing and
Oh,
it's
I
a
hope not.
Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo and go-karts, and they're all every character, heroes and villains, trying to get their driver's license at the same time. But now it's a full-out war. I don't think we're getting that. But another one thing that's pretty cool is it was by the same creator, and I think in the same universe of Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Breakers. I think because the characters are like you're on CACs, they're pretty much the same. You have like the same hairstyles and whatnot. So it's like the wig option. That's basically all you do with your characters. But yeah, it's in the same world as Universe,
Kakarot.
and it's just one tiny thing that's cool. But yeah, at some point, hopefully, we'll get some new things. But again, you're looking at it differently.
I
And
would
and
be.
you oh go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were going. I've talked a lot. Your turn.
Okay. As far as the party game thing is concerned, looking at it from that aspect, I can completely agree. It will be a fun party game. Like I said earlier, I'm not saying the game won't be fun because I'm pretty sure it's going to be. My interest just isn't as heavily invested. Now, let me say this: if they went and fully made a Dragon Ball party game, I'd play the crap out of that too. Like I'm talking like a Mario Party, but Dragon Ball. If knowing that's what it is, I'd go into it full force. I'm like, yeah, this is going to be silly and goofy. That's the whole point of it. I'd be okay with that. And you could take the fighting aspect out, and they probably would have like a mini game with some sort of goofed up fighting. But it would be the same kind of thing like Street Fighter Puzzle Fighter. Like that that's just like a fun little game to play. It's not really competitive or really fighting to be honest. It's just it's like Tetris, and they may do an attack, and that's how you win. You just Tetris them out of place. But as the Breakers being a party game, I think it will excel. I 100% think it will excel. I think people are going to love it, and it's going to do great. that was just my only hang up was it felt like it was trying to be a really heavy survival game without all of the atmosphere of a survival game. And I was just kind of put off from that.
Going on the like I'm sort of staying on topic, but going on topic as if they made a party game. Imagine like I already thought of like a few things they could do. So like one is like arm wrestling, and you have to like spam buttons, but the buttons will change. So it's like you spam X, but then it changes to triangle. Then you have to spam triangle, and like that's like one game. Another one's like Vegeta's cooking. Like when like you have to make as much food as you can as fast as you can. That would be that would be pretty cool.
Super Dragon Ball Party. It's a
Dra-
Super Mario Party with Dragon Ball characters.
I'd be so good with. I'd be okay with that.
Oh, that'd be fun. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be amazing because
like
like
it's
cooking
like
would be
Bulma's
fun.
party. I don't
Oh
know.
gosh, that's exactly what it'd be. All right, everyone, party time.
So yeah, like he would be the announcer of the games and whatnot. You could play as like you could play as heroes. You just play as a few heroes like that were at like the birthday. I don't know, go off anime or movie, either one, same thing. But
Is
then
Beerus.
you'd have the basic characters, and then you can have a few unlockable characters. So like one thing is you could unlock to like unlock Beerus and Whis, you have to beat them, and then they'll enter the games. One thing is like Goku and Frieza, like Frieza comes to fight, but Beerus is there. So like he says he doesn't want to fight or destroy them, so they can fight. Like they have to fight within the party games. Frieza doesn't want to, but he's not gonna say no to Beerus, so that's how they fight. Goku and Vegeta fight, or not Goku. Goku and Frieza fight in the party games, and you get to unlock that character if you beat it. That's it's if it's a goofy party game, I would absolutely love that.
That'd be amazing.
Oh
And
my
it's
Would
I'm imagine Beerus losing. It's like I'm the god of destruction. I will kill you if you don't let me win.
You just keep winning over and over and over. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's how you'd unlock the characters. That'd be cool. And there'd be some like super hard character to unlock. I don't know who it'd be. Maybe just
Vegito,
just what?
make it like a fusion.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I was thinking like maybe Gogeta, like Gogeta and Vegito. Like you have to play enough games and beat all the levels, and you'd unlock them. And then just like there'd be like cosmetics. So like for Vegeta, you could give him like the cooking outfit or just different colored armor. And it'd be like it basically would be a party game, but you can like have small customizations to your characters. So, like for Piccolo, all it'd just be is like cape and no cape. Gogeta or Vegito just be transformations. The Goku just different gi. I don't know. It'd just be small things, but yeah, that would be great. I would love a party game.
Yeah.
It would be amazing.
Bandai, listen to us.
Right? Completely listen to this one. Like 100%.
It's, I'm sure, man. Like if this gets out there, if all three of us shout it out and people come listen, I'm sure that a few ideas will start emerging and we'll be able to get it. That'll be cool. All right. Is there any other things I want to talk about? Any other sort of topics?
I think we covered everything that I can think of.
I would love it. Like a true Dragon Ball horror game.
That that would be super cool. I
It
would
would be
love
pretty
that.
dope. Because they
Like
can do it.
I'm trying to think of how they would go about that. Be-
A first-person game. It's like Alien Isolation, but it's Cell.
Oh, yeah, that would work. That would be a good one.
And what they could make it on. Here's the thing. They could make it online because not only are you're not facing an AI, you're facing a person. So you're facing someone who has like battles who could have battle smarts, and so you have a battle smart cell trying to track you down. And so maybe it could just be a scenario as you're playing as one of the androids and you're just trying to hide and run. However, you could end up just flying away or something. I don't know. I don't know how it would work. It would definitely be like a custom thing like Breakers, but it would be interesting as if like Cell's in his first state trying to find you.
yeah, or thought crossed my mind is it follows the Namekians.
The Namekians. So like what?
Um, Planet Namek.
Yeah.
And you just like have to survive Frieza and his forces.
Hmm. Oh my gosh, it's a 1v100, and you have to be the
No,
last.
it's
You have
Dead
to be the last
Rising.
Namekian alive.
It's a Dead Rising mechanic. Do you guys know of Dead Rising, right?
Dead Rising. Yes.
Do you know how it works, or do you just know of it?
I know of it.
Played it.
I'm not crazy about I've seen gameplays of like Dead Rising 1 to 3, a bit of 4, but I've not like played it recently. No.
Do you know what I'm about to talk? Do you know where I'm going with this, Monolith?
I've played Dead Rising, but I'm not too sure how you're tying these two particular things in.
Okay,
Because,
I'm thinking Dead Rising combined with it with the time mechanic, because in Dead Rising you have to survive in the mall for 72 in-game hours. After that, the game is done. You can die during that time and call game over, or you can survive until the end to actually win. Imagine you play as an Namekian, or if you do Cell, let's say either one of those, but you have that timer. You have to survive that timer until whatever happens. If it's Namek Saga, survive, and that timer is whenever you get found by, I can't remember who finds them, and you get rescued pretty much.
Krillin, Bulma, one of the.
Yeah, I'm trying to have something like that where as you play it, you just do stuff around to make your survival easier. And then whenever you finally get to it, it's just that timer. And as it goes down, you're alien isolationing, hiding from Cell or Frieza or Dodoria Zarbon. And then it actually gets down to the time you could stop them from doing stuff to give you more time to survive. And then it's just survive until the timer goes down. And then whenever the timer goes down, you win, but you have to survive during that aspect.
You know what would be interesting? Yes, you have to hide, but then there's like, okay, so let's say maybe 20 people. Let's say it's like 20 people, okay? This is crazy, but it's like, what if there's like three? It's a massive map, and there's three like super Namekians. They're not super Namekians, but it's like people like Nail, Piccolo, like they basically can go around and merge. So basically, you're wanting to hide until the game is over, but also you could take the chance of merging with these super beings. And here's the thing: the more they merge, the more health they have. And so basically, they don't want to get caught either. But like, let's say they get caught last minute. If they've absorbed all the other like Namekians, they'll be able to survive that. Like, they'll be able to survive a battle for a minute or run for a bit until the game's over. So you can choose to either just stay hidden and hope you don't get caught, or you can take the risk of being merged with the Namekian. So the choice is yours of how your way of survival is.
Yeah.
and that makes it. I'll be honest with you. I did not think you were going to go with the time mechanic because when I think of Dead Rising, I think of the zombies and the over the topness of the game itself, like the bosses and whatnot. That's why I was like, I'm not sure where you're going with this, but yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot about like the time mechanic. I was not thinking of that.
I'm going with the best part of the game, which is the time mechanic, because you have to do everything within a time limit. Otherwise, you have to get everything done within that, and you can miss things without it.
Yeah.
And that could work because that's just what I'm imagining is, you know, running from Cell, and you just have to wait for the timer until Piccolo shows up, or the androids. Make it Future Saga based.
Yeah. Like you could have Future Saga, humans in Future Saga, like just different androids looking for you. You can have uh, the Goku Black arc, and it's Goku Black going around. You can have Namek and your Namekians hiding from Frieza. So like what Frieza, Cell, androids, and then like it would be Cell on our time, or like I'm saying our time, like modern time Earth. Then the other androids, just one of the two. I don't know. It's random, or you can choose of the first Future Saga. Then the second Future Saga being Goku Black. And then I'm not sure what else you could do. You know what? You know what? Boo. You could do. You could also do Boo during the Z arc.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it would just be that you get more powerful as you defeat people or whatnot, or you're trying to get together. So I guess you would, if you were doing humans, you would have to get rid of the Namek thing, or maybe it's like they save them and they get more powerful based off that, but based off how many people they save. So for Nameks, it's a cool thing, but for others, it's just regular.
And I'm not meaning any sort of defense thing. Like Dead Rising is just take the timer. It's literally just pure survival horror. You
Yeah.
have no defense. You can just delay them, but you can't stop them.
Yeah. So I guess here's like if you can't stop them and there's not really like a defense thing, I imagine it would be like a 30-person survivor game. That way, like the chance of you surviving are higher because the odds of others dying before you are also higher.
Well, if they play like Alien Isolation, it's just one thing hunting you down on this big thing. Then you
Mm.
combine that with it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking of. Story. something similar to that with the Dead Rising time limit. It just
That'd be
survive and keep them delayed.
yeah, that'd be really cool.
Bandai, hire me.
Man,
I
dude.
won't sue you.
Man, they could do whatever they want. One.
And we'll be back with what is this? What is this called? Monolith. What's this podcast called again?
I don't remember the name of the podcast.
Extreme
We'll be
podcast.
back with the
It's
podcast.
the Extreme
We'll be back
podcast.
with Extreme Podcast. Danger had to go leave. I am now your host. Thank you everybody for
You know what?
listening to my first episode of Extreme Podcast.
It is my
It's been
podcast.
such. It has been so good to have all of you listen to this first installment of this. I thank you so much.
This is for my channel. This is my podcast.
You can, if you
have-
thank Danger, thank you Danger so much for joining me. Monolith, you too. I know we just met each other like an hour ago, but thank you so much for joining me on this podcast, my podcast,
This is a bunch of
Dokkan Extreme
bullcrap.
podcast,
This is a
Dokkan
bunch of
Extreme
bull-
podcast.
All right, it is as literally my name, the podcast. All right, so do we have? All right, so we talked about every subject. We talked about statues that'd be cool. We talked about our predictions for the movies, things we'd like to see in the movie. We talked about party games, horror games, what we think about Dragon Ball Breakers, and also they're gonna have like Boo and Frieza as characters whenever the full game comes out. So I mean that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I want
so-
Android 13 in there, honestly. 13, BoJack, stuff like that.
I mean yeah, like they could do that. It's just like it's like the same characters as the others, but actually I think also what do you call it? Goku Black. He's also gonna be a character. So like
Interesting.
they're gonna have Boo and Frieza, and if I correct, Black is gonna be DLC. He's gonna be like so like Frieza and Boo are in game, and then Black will be DLC, and then maybe they'll do like the androids like 17 and 18 as also DLC. It's like a single pack DLC. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see. Battle Hour is gonna be extremely fun. But yeah. So I think we've gone over everything. We talked about what we want. And is there anything else y'all would like to say before we end it?
I'm
Plugs.
good here.
Plugs.
Well, I plugged in the beginning, so I'm
Plug
good.
again.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we'll do-
god.
We'll do one. We'll do one last plug. All right, Monolith. He is on TikTok and YouTube. What are your names on TikTok and YouTube?
Alright, so on TikTok, it's just Monolith BrookShadow. On YouTube, there's two different channels. There's Monolith Presents the Parables, which is all about the parables, nothing else, just the animation and sneak peeks, things like that. And then the other account is my gaming account, Monolith BrookShadow.
So yeah, if you want to see some gaming or you want to see the upcoming TV show, which will eventually be on TV in the next 2 years, I'm making this prediction now. It's time for me to make predictions. Go ahead and go follow his channels. And then Dokkan Wen, you see it on his name. He has an Instagram where he will post updates. He has, if you want to get notified immediately when they release. He has a YouTube, which is also Dokkan Wen, and you have your TikToks.
The channel is actually not Dokkan Win. That's how I was doing the plug.
Wait, okay.
K.H. Hauser.
K.H. Hauser. Whoops. Yeah, the K.H. Hauser is his is it like K.H. space Hauser?
Yes.
It's like house. It's house with an R at the end. Yeah. So yeah, they have their channels. And so if you want anything Dokkan Battle related content, if you're crazy about Dokkan Battle, especially with the anniversary, didn't you even record something yesterday? I think, or did you plan to?
We plan to, but we actually may have to do a delay, not on the one we're doing, because I think whenever we record next weekend, we're going to have more information on year 7, so it could be more based on year 7.
Yeah. So they have an entire year worth of content based on Dokkan Battle. And so if you want to see all the predictions they made, which they did, if you don't believe it, go look at the dates when they released the podcasts, go watch them. So yeah, 2 different contents, all good fun. Thank you guys so much for being here. I post stuff on TikTok too if you want to go follow it. I mean, if you're watching it here, you probably saw the plug from TikTok. But yeah, this is my YouTube channel, and then I want to start posting stuff on Twitter. So if y'all want to, y'all can. It'll definitely make me want to post things more. But TikTok, I do art stuff and talk about Dokkan and Legends related stuff. But yeah, so go follow us there. Thank y'all so much for being here, and that is the end of the stream or podcast. Whoops, wrong thing. But yeah, that's the end of Xtreme podcast. See y'all later.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.